After a 10-win regular season, Utah State is headed to the New Mexico Bowl to battle North Texas in the 13th bowl appearance in program history. Marks the 9th meeting all-time between the Mean Green and the Aggies. For some insight into the matchup between Utah State and North Texas, let's head to Logan, Utah, and bring in the voice of the Aggies, Scott Garrard. Scott, appreciate you making some time for us. This is a Utah State program right now that's a little bit in transition. Mountain West Coach of the Year Matt Wells, now at Texas Tech. Gary Anderson now is back in Logan. However, neither will coach the bowl game. This is a team that had a laser focus all year, a 10-game win streak. How has this team been able to put that transition aside and focus on Saturday's bowl game?
Well, I think a lot of the credit goes to Frank Miley, who's the interim coach right now. And the support staff that's left here has done a tremendous job trying to keep this team together. And look, they understand that it's more about coaches. It's more than just about players. It's about this university. They want to make sure that they get that 11th win. I think that's a big number that they want to reach. They understand that a lot of the eyes are going to be on them. There's going to be a lot of built-in excuses if they don't perform well. And they don't want any of that. They want to end this season on a strong note. They've got a good senior base. They want to send off the right note. I fully anticipate them playing well in this bowl game.
Well, this is a Utah State team that has played so well all year. They're in the top 20 in the nation in 19 statistical categories. Lead the nation, by the way, in kickoff return, and a big reason for that, SAVON SCARVER, who last year, as a freshman in a bowl game, returned a kickoff all the way for a touchdown. Maybe that was a shot fired for what was to come, because his sophomore year this year has been awesome. He's been electric, leading the country in kickoff returns, including 2 touchdowns, and named to multiple All-America teams. What makes this kid so electric and so dynamic and such a weapon on special teams?
Well, first off, I think a lot of the credit needs to go to the special teams planning. They've really developed a great special teams culture over the last couple of years here at Utah State. But to SAVON SCARVER's credit, the kid is just resilient. We had our difficult stretch where he fumbled a key kickoff, as I'm sure you remember well, in that Air Force game, and he responded well from that. He took those lumps and performed well since then, and has since been electric. But you're right, back to the Arizona Bowl last year where he returned that kick. And remember, he was a freshman. We really saw the sign of things to come, and I think he's a special player. He'll continue to be a significant weapon for this Utah State team for years to come.
Well, another sophomore, linebacker David Woodward, also earned All-America honors this season after a fantastic sophomore year. And how about this sophomore class in Logan this year, which of course includes the quarterback Jordan Love, who was sensational in 2018. This is a Utah State team that is primed to be really good now for a while.
You know, what's really interesting too is that this is a sophomore class that Matt Wells signed after one of the more difficult years. They went 3-9 and really refocused with a razor-sharp edge their recruiting efforts. And they signed guys that off a 3-9 year, like SAVON SCARVER, like David Woodward, who's come in and just been a tremendous boost to this defense. I think when you look at overall, this is a tremendous team, and David Woodward deserves a ton of credit. He's put in a lot of work. We saw the flashes last year. I remember going to spring ball and fall camp 2 years ago when he was just bursting on the scene. You're like, this kid has a chance to be really special. There's other members of this class that has a chance to really finish off the season, and I think that's back to the whole 11-win thing. They want to know, or they want to make sure they put a stamp on the season and say, look, we've got a special thing, and we're going to keep it rolling under Gary Anderson.
Well, one way to put a special stamp on a very special season could break a Mountain West record. Utah State has scored 566 points this season. They are 43 points shy of breaking the all-time Mountain West record for points scored in a single season. Something to watch in the bowl game on Saturday. Scott, appreciate your time. Safe travels to Albuquerque, and enjoy the New Mexico Bowl.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
That's Scott Garrard, the voice of the Utah State Aggies. By the way, you can watch Utah State and North Texas in the 2018 New Mexico Bowl on Saturday, December 15th. Kickoff set for noon Mountain Time, televised by ESPN. This Bowl Blitz has been brought to you by Mountain America Credit Union, the official credit union of the Mountain West. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Jesse Kurtz.